Do, 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 do. This is the Awesome Padron podcast.
Always miss hearing all that when we take these long breaks.
Yeah, it's always nice. Hey, everyone.
You can't say that because you're the one singing.
Yeah.
You can't compliment yourself.
Of course. I miss my beautiful voice.
If you're watching these videos, you can see that we actually got water bottles today. That was,
Yeah.
We almost didn't, though.
Yeah, because the old pesky coronavirus almost made us lose out on water bottles.
Yeah.
No, let's be real here. It was almost Marquez that made us miss out on water bottles. Because this whole...
Not even in the least.
This guy was pulling out
pouring
a
out.
pallet. Oh my God. Was pulling out a pallet of water. And I was like, Marquez, go follow him. First off, he pauses for like 30 seconds. And then when he finally does start to walk, he's walking so slowly with everybody else.
It's not like he brought out 3 packs of water. He brought out a whole cart. There was quite a bit on
but
there.
there's a lot of people there, and everybody was staring. I didn't know
The
who was going to
entire
start
water bottle
racing.
aisle
It
was
seems like
empty.
it, but it turned out that literally only one other person grabbed it other than me. So I was good. And there was no worries in my mind that I was going to get a pack of water. But yeah, we got them, and we actually got water. It was cool. It was really fun to actually get water. My mic is really stupid right now. It's kind of irritating. It's all right though. But it was
not
cool.
to flex on people, but we have
Water.
several water.
Yeah. Oh.
And several rolls of toilet paper and paper towels,
I also
which
have
we got
hand soap.
a few weeks ago. We didn't get.
I have, not only do I have hand soap, but underneath, I probably should have told you this a long time ago, but underneath my sink, I have a whole bottle about that big of hand soap.
Oh, that would have been nice.
But I didn't buy it for this. I bought that like a long time ago, just because like I don't want to keep buying like little things
Marquez
of hand
is
soap.
secretly a germaphobe.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep going buying hand
He
soap.
was the one that started the coronavirus.
Yeah, I
You're
was
the one who ate the bat soup.
Yeah, I was getting ready for it. So we got that. Yeah, it's been pretty wild though here lately.
That's
And
probably
it's
what.
not just affecting, schools and
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah, that's probably what most of this episode is going to be about because the NBA suspended their season, the NHL suspended their season, Disneyland is closed.
Yeah.
What else
Universal
happened?
Studios.
Universal Studios is closed. College classes are canceled or suspended or
Spring breaks are
postponed.
extended.
Spring breaks are extended. Movies are delayed.
Which, by the way, just bring it up. It's pretty funny. New Mutants was delayed again.
Yeah, no. Yeah, New Mutants, if y'all don't know, was supposed to come out, 2017?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
2017.
Like, the first trailer came out in 2017, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it
And,
came,
like, the first full trailer.
it was supposed to
and
come out
it's
in
been delayed so many
2017.
times.
They did like a test screening, and it was found out that most people love the horror aspect rather than the superhero.
Right.
So they went back and reshot. So that means that they delayed it. So that's why it was delayed in 2017. Then you had the whole Fox Disney mess about if Disney was going to buy Fox.
Well, I thought they even had one more because before this they've had I think 3 delays, right?
Yeah.
So I thought one of them was to even add more in, and then another one was the Fox Disney thing.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I can't remember for sure.
It's been delayed.
I know
like,
there's
crazily.
been at least 3 delays
Yeah,
before
and
this.
so it was supposed to come out at the beginning of April, right?
Yeah.
Or sometime in April. But now, like you said, it's been delayed again.
Yeah,
because of
I
coronavirus.
think this was pretty certain because all the other ones, the
Right.
delays happened like a few months before.
Yeah.
But this one's like, okay, finally, like I think because
Right.
this is the 4th delay now, but like
Yeah,
it's,
and there's like a trailer that came out like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
The final trailer for it. There's about to be the month when it's going to come out. So it's actually going to come out.
yeah, it is finally gonna happen.
The actors were like, finally, I'm going to like... I mean, they probably got paid,
It's
but...
kind of funny because most of the actors are pretty big now.
Yeah.
Like the guy from Stranger Things is going to be on it. Macy Williams is going
Which
to
to
be
be
on
fair,
it.
I honestly feel kind of bad for him, especially because
Oh, yeah.
he's big for one character.
True.
He's not really big as an actor. He's just
True.
big for one character, which
Yeah.
I don't know if people realize are 2 separate things.
Right.
It's like saying, well, which I mean, it's a little different, but like Daniel Radcliffe or
Yeah.
even like Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Right. They were starring in Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and so they're famous for like one character.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say that they're actually like extremely famous.
Right.
They're
yeah.
extremely famous
For that one character.
But that's why I feel bad for that guy. Maybe he's like hoping like maybe this is it. You know,
Right.
I'm in a Marvel movie. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Anya Taylor-Joy's in it too.
Yeah, she's pretty big.
She's gotten pretty big since then because she's been on like Split and
The Witch.
Yeah, The Witch.
Which we never got to show you. What was that movie called?
Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, she was in
Oh,
that.
really?
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Who
seen
is the other girl in it?
The girl from Ready Player One. The
Yeah,
one
that's
with
right,
The, little
that's right.
the one with the hideous mark on her face.
Yeah, I know, right? She is horrifying to
She
look
was
at.
terrifying. Oh man, couldn't
Yeah.
stand looking at her in that movie.
Yeah, but Thoroughbreds was an interesting movie.
Yeah.
It was
wasn't
pretty
bad.
decent.
I liked it pretty good. I'm not gonna act like it was great. Well, I liked it quite a bit though. I'd watch it again.
You used to have a crush on Anya Taylor-Joy.
Dude, no, but
He's like,
her widespread eyeballs.
dude,
No, I'm just kidding. She is actually
Yeah.
pretty attractive.
yeah, I find her really attractive and a lot of stuff.
But going back to this delay,
Oh, no, she's also a great actress, so I just want to bring that out too.
yeah,
sure,
gotta
that's
throw
why
that in
you
there.
think-
She is.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So going back to the movie delayed stuff, I'm honestly surprised that The Hunt wasn't delayed again because
I
The
know.
Hunt. Okay, that's another story.
Which it probably should have because I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna make them any money like at all.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out like last September,
Yeah.
but then because it's a satire about these people who are kidnapped and being hunted for sport by these people.
Yeah, and it was during the time where there was like a lot of shooting.
Yeah, but so it was supposed to come out in September, but then I think like the El Paso shooting happened and a few other mass shootings happened in real life.
Yeah.
So it was postponed indefinitely. Like they didn't know like when they're going to release it, but they ended up deciding to release it this week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't decide this week to release it this week, but it was going to come out tomorrow. But it is going to come out tomorrow, but I feel like they should have delayed it again.
Yeah, because today it's spring break. It's Thursday night, movie openings.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went on the Alamo Draft House thing, there was barely any seats.
Yeah, I mean, like Alamo Draft House, like every single movie they have in their theater, they only have one showtime for.
Actually, Alamo Draft House didn't even have The Hunt.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
had to look
right.
at Movie
Yeah.
Tavern for
Right,
for
yeah,
The Hunt.
Movie Tavern. And like you looked at the showtime, and it was like 40 minutes till the showtime started, and like 0 seats were sold, were they?
Well, there was like 5, but
Yeah.
still, for an
Still.
opening movie, and as popular as it is,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
as talked about as it's
Yeah,
been,
which the poster is pretty great. I do want to
oh,
bring
the
that up.
poster.
Yeah.
The poster is pretty brilliant
wanna
and
see it.
sassy.
Which I've actually heard is pretty good.
Yeah.
I've heard it's pretty good.
yeah,
Which-
I heard it makes
yeah.
fun of whatever political party you follow. It makes fun of both of them. So, there's still going to be people that are going to find it offensive. I heard, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's
Everybody finds everything offensive.
yeah.
So.
I mean,
You're gonna have people
Jojo
who-
Rabbit was satire, and people were still
Well,
before they even saw it.
people who are offended by it never saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have people offended if something pokes fun at something you believe in. You're gonna have people offended.
It's kind of like
people get offended pretty easily.
one thing I got mad at was it Knives Out. A lot. I was reading comment section like, oh, just another movie making fun of, just another liberal movie making fun of Republicans or making fun of conservatives, and because there was that whole scene whenever I think. Remember there was a scene when the family was getting in political arguments about
Right.
kids in cages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, not really. If you look at it, it was kind of just showing how hypocritical they were.
Yeah.
Because there was a side that was really against, like, there was an obviously liberal side and the obviously conservative side. And the
Right.
liberal side, it was just showing how hypocritical they were.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you start realizing they were pretty much the liberal side pretty much threatened the main girl that they were going to give her mom
Exactly.
reported.
Right.
So there's a lot. So like it's a lot of stuff that people can easily get offended at stuff. So
Exactly.
It's even like I don't want to defend that show, Party of Five.
Okay.
That freeform show, and I've never seen an episode, so I
What
don't know
is
if
that?
it's good. You haven't heard of it?
No.
I've seen a few commercials for it
Yeah,
when it was coming out.
Well, it was an old show, and they remade it, but they changed the story. So in the original story, the parents die in a car crash, and the older kids have to take care of the younger kids. But in this one that's going on right now, I don't know if it's still going on, but the parents are deported, and so the older kids have to watch the younger kids. But I went on their IMDb page just to see how it was doing, you know? And all of it was, I can't believe that Hollywood is making a political statement. I'm not going to watch it. So it was getting 1 stars just based on the political statement it was trying to make, instead of if the show is good or not.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, it did look pretty cringy, but
Yeah, like,
like
I said, I'm not
Oh
trying
yeah,
to defend it.
no, yeah, it is pretty terrible to just like give it 1 star just because.
And that's
of
my
that
thing.
reason.
Like, I wanted to see if the show was actually good or what was bad about it. But everybody, all the 1 stars was just about because of the political message it
Right.
was sending.
Yeah. And I'm not even saying like, because the main thing that people like to say is they like to say liberals get offended easily.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides do.
Yeah.
Both sides. I mean, you had the. I mean, it's funny that we're going on weird little tangents here. But, I mean, you had your whole like Gillette men commercial that like had the conservatives going all crazy.
Yeah.
You know, for over like nothing.
Yeah, over
Yeah.
being told to be a good person.
Yeah, that's all it was. You know, and it was like, it like from like the thing I was like, is like it must be like from whenever before I watched, I'm like, I wonder why people are going crazy. It's like how crazy people were going. I felt like the commercial was literally going to call me out by name.
Right.
And Marquez, you need to be a better man. You know, like but like no, I'm a perfect man. So you know, it's okay.
That's
But-
why you took offense to it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I'm a perfect
I'm a
man.
perfect man, okay? I'm a perfect man. Every time I come home, I make sure every woman knows how to make a sandwich in my house.
Oh my goodness.
Okay?
So proud of you, Marquez.
Yeah, exactly. But, where were we talking
But
about?
anyways, the hunt was delayed. What'd you say for the Disney? There's 3 movies that were delayed.
Oh yeah. Well,
There's a lot of them, too.
I know A Quiet Place 2 is delayed. That's
Yeah,
not a
Quiet
Disney
Place is-
movie. At least I don't think it is.
No. John Krasinski posted out on Twitter basically saying, you know, this movie is meant to be seen with a whole bunch of people, and right now that's not possible. So because of that, we've chose to delay it.
And then Disney announced that...
So Dark Phoenix,
Dark-
or not
Dark Phoenix. Disney announced that New
They're gonna
Mutants-
re-release Dark Phoenix.
They're like, maybe it'll do better this time.
Disney announced that New Mutants, Mulan, and Antlers were delayed. Which Antlers is a Fox Searchlight movie, but Disney announced because they
It's
own
a Guillermo del Toro movie, isn't it?
yeah.
Well, I think he's like producing
So
it.
if
He has
anybody's-
something
yeah,
to do with
yeah,
it.
like even though it's rated R, Disney is the one to announce because they
Yeah.
own Fox. So those 3 are delayed
Yeah,
for sure.
which is really sad because I was really looking forward to seeing Mulan in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then the Fast and the Furious movie. Yeah,
And then the James Bond movie got delayed till like November.
that's right. Yeah, James Bond.
Which I'm actually surprised because wasn't James Bond delayed because of the premiere?
What do you mean?
Like they didn't even have the premiere or anything.
Oh yeah, because I think James Bond wasn't gonna come out till like April or May or something like that.
Yeah, but Mulan had their premiere.
Really?
Yeah, because I was seeing people like it was showing like all the actresses or actors on the red carpet.
Right.
So that was weird that they had their premiere and then they still delayed it. But I feel like this week was when everything went crazy.
It's
Yeah.
just like today. I feel like yesterday, I guess, because
Yeah.
really last night, because the first like big thing that I heard about was like the NBA
Yeah.
canceling their season, well, suspending their season,
Because what was the
which
guy's
is
name?
for such a dumb reason. Rudy Gobert,
Yeah.
like freaking like what day was it? Like it was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yesterday or a
Yeah.
day or two ago.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I think I was reading. I don't think I ever read like a specific day, but like he after like a media interview or whatever, like a mass media interview, when he was walking out, he like was trying to make a joke about coronavirus and
Yeah.
like touched all the mics
Yeah.
and the table and everything before he
and
walked out.
everything on the table.
Yeah, just like trying to be funny and make a joke.
Yeah.
But then like a day or two later, he's tested positive for
Yeah.
coronavirus, which if something happens to him and God forbid he dies or something, it's gonna be sad. But just for now, it's kind of stupid. It's kind of funny just to think about it. It's so stupid.
Well,
and then he got who was the other guy? He got
his teammate Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, he got him sick because apparently he was being careless and touching everybody's items. So who knows who else is going to get sick on that team?
Exactly.
Yeah, because the thing is that because coronavirus, like you can, like if you are exposed to it or you travel somewhere, you don't show symptoms for like I think 5 or 6 days, I believe. And so he was already infected. And so when he was touching the microphones and the tables, he was spreading that.
Yeah.
And then of course it was confirmed. So now everybody that used the whole team uses those microphones. Yeah. You know, all those news reporters now.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because Donovan Mitchell on Instagram, he posted about him being tested positive for coronavirus earlier today. And it's kind of funny because it seems like he's kind of throwing shade at Rudy Gobert because I'm not going to read all of it, but there's this one section where he talks about we're all learning more about the seriousness of the situation, and hopefully people can continue to educate themselves and realize that they need to behave responsibly both for their own health and for the well-being of those around them. So it's like pretty much like saying like, yeah, Rudy Gobert, you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah. It was stupid.
And then Tom Hanks was...
Dude, that man.
Tom Hanks and Rita Miller.
Yeah. Look, don't be taking Tom Hanks from us.
Then they were in Australia, weren't they?
Yeah, they're in Australia.
Because they're filming a biopic of Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Which is Tom Hanks playing Elvis Presley?
No, he's playing his manager. What's his name? The guy who played Tex in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I can't remember his name. I don't know. He's a little skinny white dude.
Oh, Timothy Oliphant?
No.
Which one is Tex?
Now you gotta make him look it up.
He was the skinny white dude with black hair.
Okay. I can imagine that's who they would get for Elvis.
Let's see here. His name.
Thank you for describing Elvis to
me. He does have a name. Let's see. It's something on. Let's see here. Austin Butler.
Let me see him.
He kind of looks like a douche, but.
Oh God, he does look like a douche. He's playing Elvis?
Yeah.
I don't remember him ever being in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
He played
Tex.
He played Tex.
Of course.
Jeez,
of course.
Come on.
How could I forget Tex?
How many times do I need to tell you?
We keep saying it.
He played
Tex. I don't know who that is.
He also played in a movie called The Intruders with Miranda Cosgrove. Did that help you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's all
is Miranda Cosgrove going to play Michael Jackson in the movie?
Oh my goodness.
Dude, so stupid. Yeah. You know what I find really stupid and I absolutely hate though, is that in comments, because like you'll see things, it's like make sure your thoughts and prayers are with Tom Hanks at this time, or like hope Tom Hanks gets better soon. Mm-hmm. And you always see people in the comic section like, oh, why should my prayers go to Tom Hanks? He's rich. He's a celebrity. Why should I only care about him whenever these poor people or have coronavirus? Like, dude, shut up. Nobody's telling you to only care about Tom Cruise.
Yeah, they're not saying
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Well, Tom Cruise will not accept your prayers.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. I mean, those are two completely different quality people.
But nobody's saying all of your thoughts and prayers go to Tom Hanks.
Technically, nobody in that situation, nobody was saying only Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
No,
they're talking about Tom
Hanks. Every time I see a comment section about Tom Hanks with coronavirus, people are talking about Tom Cruise in the comment section.
And then you're like, what is going on?
Yeah,
I hate when people do that.
Earlier today, one of my friends on Facebook posted an article about how Tom Hanks tested positive for coronavirus, and somebody commented, because my friend put the caption, "Somebody save them," and somebody commented, or save everyone who has it, not just the famous people. And I like reply to that. I was like, no, just them two, because it is really dumb. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why people have to
And
be like
not
that.
just
Because
that.
obviously, nobody is saying only save them.
But not just that. But Tom Hanks is a good dude.
Yeah, I know.
He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
Yeah, if you're gonna say that about any celebrity, Tom Hanks is like the best person.
Yeah, he's
to
like
say
known
that.
as like one of, if not like the nicest
I love
celebrity.
that the Oscars, when they were when Parasite won Best Movie, and they were trying to like cut them off.
Yeah.
And like it was him and Charlize Theron. They were both like, let them speak, and they started chanting, and so the whole room started chanting.
Yeah.
And so then the Oscars let them finish. The producers finished their speech. So I mean, he's just an all around good guy.
No, he's a great guy. Yeah, and like I said, like obviously, like him don't only save Tom Hanks, but like.
I mean, we even talked about Mr. Rogers. We've talked about how, he wasn't the best choice. But I always believed that they wanted an actor that was pure of heart like Mr. Rogers.
Someone who kind of seemed as good as Mr. Rogers was.
Yeah, who would never, when you look back on it, it's never going to have like that scandal that kind of like taints the name.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
like it's like maybe he wasn't the best choice, but it's like looking back on it, it's like, I have no reason to like be mad that it was him.
Right. Yeah.
Although I haven't seen the movie.
There's a lot of movies. You can catch up.
I'm not going to be for a little bit. I gotta be careful. Yeah, if you watch our YouTube channel, I've decided to be careful a little bit because my family has really bad health issues. I'm not necessarily scared for myself because I've heard that people around my age don't really need to be that scared because immune system wise, and I guess just because you're younger. Yeah, we'll get it if we can get it, but like we'll be fine.
Yeah, so you're gonna touch all the microphones?
Yeah,
after
exactly.
the first interview.
But my family has really bad health issues. Like pretty much, I read like a list of people who kind of need to be worried about it, and it was like my entire family. So like my main thing is I got to be careful that I don't get it and I give it to them.
Really?
So I just got to be careful around bigger crowds. Which, in all honesty, I feel like I'm not going to find a big crowd for a little bit right now.
Yeah. There's so many people scared.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, The Hunt just came out, and there's only like 5 people that bought tickets.
Yeah.
Friggin' like airplane tickets are really cheap. Like, what did you say? Like
A round trip to Vegas is $43.
Yeah.
To Colorado is about $70-something.
Yeah.
And that's even like buying it like out in like May, wasn't it? Because that's when you're looking at after your class.
But you know what's crazy? Like, which like next week I'll look at it, and if there's not like a lot of people there, I might do it. But that means that a lot of people won't be seeing it on that night. So maybe more people will start watching reviews and stuff like that. Would that help out? Oh,
okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't looked at the Rotten Tomato score, but I think it's. You're talking about The Hunt, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like half and half, which is to be expected. Because I think before it came out on Wednesday, it had like a 53%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like it's a movie that's going to divide people regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to have people going in already prejudging the movie before they even watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man, this thing is kind of just a little bit irritating. Yeah.
Wait, my microphone's pretty irritating too.
Oh yeah, we need to get a screwdriver.
You never found a screwdriver.
Yeah, I couldn't find a screwdriver, so
so it just like slides down. I guess that's what you get when you buy cheap microphones.
Yeah. Also, another thing that's irritating. I'm hoping that like I don't lose hours at my job.
Oh yeah, that's a cool thing that Mark Cuban has announced that he's gonna still finance all of his part-time employees at the arena.
Yeah.
While the season's suspended, so that's pretty cool. Also, another thing about the NBA that's kind of sad is that Vince Carter, when was Vince Carter drafted? I know he was drafted like in like 98 or something. Let's see. Yeah, he was drafted in 1998. So he's played in 4 different decades: the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, and now the 2020s. And this was going to be his last season. And if they don't play any more games after the suspension, if they go right into playoffs, then he played his last game without even really realizing it.
Yeah.
Until afterwards. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
It's sad.
I saw him like in like that post game interview, like he was like tearing up because
That's sad.
I mean it's kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm noticing right now, which I've already noticed? It looks like my eyes are really like crazy right now. Like the one's higher than the other because of my glasses.
Oh yeah, because your glasses are crooked.
Yeah.
I noticed that your glasses were crooked, but I thought it was a choice that you were making.
No, my glasses are. Oh yeah, so my glasses broke a long time ago, and so here's what happened. So I super glued my glasses one time, and then I was at my job and they broke in my hands. So then my boss got my glasses and then put saran wrap around the thing because we had to do it real quick.
A little MacGyver over there.
Yeah, but then the saran wrap was getting kind of dirty, so I took that off and super glued them. But what the thing is, I had to do it quick, so there's still super glue on the glasses, so they didn't get together really well. So I broke them again, and so then I got the glasses, put them in some nail polish remover, took off the super glue, and then I super glued them again, and then put them on. Now I did order glasses, so they will be here in like a week and a half or so. But I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like my eyes are like kind of like this, you know.
Slanted. Well, if you're listening to voice recording, which you didn't say your spill, but if you're listening to us on Spotify, Google Play, or whatever,
Oh God, I didn't. Did I?
or whatever Apple is now, you don't notice Marquez's crooked glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah. But if you are watching on YouTube and you're like, what happened to Marquez's eyes? It's because my glasses are crooked and they're broken.
How will people who hate what they have to see, but like what we have to say, know what to do?
I know. I'm sorry.
They're so confused right now this whole time.
I said that line backwards. But
If you
like what we have to say, but hate
hate
what
what
you
you
have
have
to
to
see.
see, there you go. But yeah,
But,
Put that on a
but
t-shirt.
right now,
pretend like I said that at the very beginning of this.
right now they're listening.
Oh, I said, the Awesome Padron podcast. If you like what we have to say, but hate what you have to see, then head on over to Google Play, Spotify, and whatever iTunes is doing right now. And, you know.
I like how we still haven't figured that out.
Yeah, I know.
That's how much we're on top of this. We don't even know what iTunes is called anymore.
Yeah, what is it called? Is it called something else? What is it called? I don't know.
It's definitely something else.
I haven't had an iPhone in a few years, so I haven't had an
How
iPhone
about the
in
one
3
that
years.
does have an iPhone should know?
There's like a legit app called Podcast, so I don't even have to
That's
go like
probably what
iTunes
it's
or
on.
something.
It's probably called
Then head on
Podcast.
over to Spotify, Google Play, and podcasts.
I'm sure it's called like Apple Podcast or something.
Yeah.
Like iPodcast.
iCast.
iCast.
Maybe it's called something like that.
iCarly.
In other great news, well, I don't know if we've been
Other
talking about
great
great
news?
news.
The coronavirus.
Sorry, we had a cut right there. And I guess Brittany forgot what we're talking about.
Well, what were we talking about? Your glasses? That's great news.
Well, to be fair, we were talking about iTunes, so
That is true.
that is great news.
The
right there.
last thing he said was iCarly. So,
Yeah.
and other great news, other than the great news of iCarly.
In other news, Harvey Weinstein, he was found guilty a few days ago, but was it 2 days ago now?
Yeah,
I think so,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
No, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Like a day or two. I think it might
Yeah,
have
it
been- might
was
have been
yesterday because it's
Yeah.
when you came up and I read it and I told
Yeah.
you.
It's been a long day with all this coronavirus.
I
stuff.
know. He was sentenced to 23 years in prison, which is really great because, he's been getting away with it for so long. He was such a person of like stature in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And, most rape cases, the rapist barely gets any time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So it worried a lot of people that even though he was found guilty, that he was still only going to get like maybe a few years. But he got 23 years, which is great justice.
Yeah, how
Especially
old is
since
he?
I think he's like, that's what I was about to say. I think he's like 67. So
He's going to
it's
die.
pretty
in
much,
prison.
yeah, it's pretty much he's gonna die in prison,
All right.
or he's at least gonna live to be really old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be. He's gonna be pretty old.
And
He's
not only
67
that,
to be released.
that's-
67.
Those were the charges in LA. Like, he still has to face the charges in New York. So,
So he's gonna be like 90 something if he lives. Yeah, which he doesn't look that good in shape right now.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it was an act to make people feel sorry for him.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I think it was too, but
Yeah, like I do know that he obviously aged a lot in the process, but I feel like he was having a walker.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that bad off.
Yeah, yeah. So thankfully, he got.
What was that one Onion article you read?
It was like it was like the jail pushes for, what was it? It was the jail
like suicide persuasion,
suicide encouragement, or something for Harvey Weinstein, or something like that. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a thing of like, I wish he would have gotten more years, but like he'll probably die in prison,
right?
So hopefully.
And it's a huge step. It's saying that we're no longer going to protect powerful men,
especially since I wasn't expecting him to get anything, because wasn't it mainly casting couch that he got in trouble for? I'm not saying he shouldn't have gotten in trouble, but I almost thought he wasn't going to.
Yeah, because sadly, like you said, the casting couch has been around for a while.
Extremely common.
Yeah, and it's very sad. But I think the problem with him was he was luring women back to his hotel room, and then actually raping them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then that's why he was being like, it was 4 different women in LA. I don't know how many women are in New York, but it was 4 main women.
Yeah. How many women total are in New York?
What?
No.
I don't know how many women are in New York.
No, like that are going to be part of the case.
Okay, gotcha. I do think that I think the casting couch is terrible, and I think he should get in trouble for doing that. But what I was saying is, like, I didn't think he would have.
Yeah.
Because it's been going on for so long, and technically casting couch is not consensual, but I thought it would have been like legally consensual.
Yeah.
If that makes sense,
Yeah. And I think that's why another reason why people were scared, that first of all, it was scary enough for these women to come forward and, say what they said. Because he was such a powerful figure in Hollywood. Like, a lot of people don't realize, but his company was Miramax. And then I forgot what his second company was.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
It was literally like the Weinstein company or something like that.
And him and his brother, if you look at a lot of movies, their company's tied to it.
Oh, no. They're a massive company.
It was really awkward because we're doing our best of the decade videos.
Yeah.
And it was when I was talking about Paddington. I think I had it like in my 90s or something. I think I had like a 90. And I was editing the video and I was like looking for like a picture to put like in the video, and I was like looking through the IMDb page of the Paddington, and like I was getting to like the pictures from the premiere, and it was like Harvey Weinstein with like pictures with all the stars.
Really?
It was just like really awkward.
Did he produce it?
Yeah, his company produced the Paddington movies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And a lot of directors followed his advice about actresses. So think about how many women who said no to him, who stood up to him, and he ruined their careers. Because, he wasn't giving directors like, oh, she said no to me, so don't... He was like, he would tell them, like, don't cast this person, she's not a good actress.
Right.
And because of that, a lot of probably good actresses didn't get jobs.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's awful. But yeah, thankfully he's in prison. Hopefully they do more stuff. Unfortunately, like I said, casting couch is extremely common.
Yeah.
And there's probably some producers we love today that are doing casting, that have done casting couch.
Right.
Before,
And it's why, like...
And it's really not a consensual thing, even though it technically, in a way, is.
Yeah.
It's really not a consensual thing. It's a manipulative thing.
Like I just said, like, these women, they know if they say no, they're not getting jobs in Hollywood.
They're ruined.
Right. Yeah. I mean, as sad as it is, a lot of big celebrities have even said, that Harvey Weinstein abused them.
Yeah.
And so they would have never gotten to where they are if they didn't accept that abuse.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of a silly example, but kind of in The Boys, like that first episode with the Deep. And what's her name? Starfire.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of that situation to where like an actress's whole life is spent to like trying to make it in the industry, and then to have that decision of like whether she does it or not, or her career is gonna be over if she doesn't.
Yeah.
Then it's that kind of situation to where it doesn't really become consensual.
Yeah, exactly. So
And that's why, you know, the Me Too movement have, you know, come so far, but we still have so much farther to go.
yeah.
You know, there's still horrible men like Harvey Weinstein out there, but at least this is a big stepping stone. It proves that we don't care how powerful you are, we're coming for you. And hopefully it encourages, you know, more women that have gone through something horrible like this to come out, because she knows that something will be done.
Yeah. I hate people who make fun of the Me Too movement because of things like, what's his name? The Chris Hardwick case and stuff like that. Because those cases, they happen where the woman's lying. They do happen. But the Me Too movement isn't like supporting those things.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that the Me Too movement isn't supporting those things. It's just that those things happen. Mm-hmm. You know,
and it's always it's why rape is such a hard case to try and actually get a conviction, because honestly, most of the time it's he said, she said.
Yeah.
And you know, you have to look at the evidence, and then it's hard because most times there isn't a lot of evidence. You know, because a lot of women don't come out and say it right away.
Yeah, it's why I hate like those stupid idiots who are like, well, it's been like 40 years. Why haven't you said anything? Well, it's because it's not a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
And
like
for a while, it wasn't even accepted.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, just here recently, we finally accepted that husbands can rape their wives, or opposite, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and before that, it wasn't a thing. So wives and husbands just thought, oh, well, because I'm married, nobody's going to believe me that they actually forced me to have sex.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Which, by the way, why hasn't DC fired Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 yet?
Yeah, that makes me really mad. For people who don't follow that story, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were married. It came out.
Amber Heard plays Mira.
The red girl with red hair.
Yeah, in Aquaman.
Yeah.
And anyway, so they're going through a divorce, and then before it went to trial, she came out and said that Johnny Depp abused her and that she had pictures. And so she released them, and everybody went after Johnny Depp. And Disney immediately fired him from Pirates of the Caribbean, and he hasn't been able to get work since. But here recently, they've gone to trial, and so audio was released where it actually shows that Amber Heard was actually the abuser. Like, there's proof, and there's proof that she's faked it. She's even admitted that she's faked the abuse. And what's really sad is that she was an advocate for domestic abuse. Like, people were supporting her, getting behind her. And then this comes out, and not only was she abusing him, but she cut off his finger.
Yeah, like the tip of his finger.
Yeah. She was like, she would tell him on the audio recordings, nobody's ever going to believe you that I abused you. Do you see how little I am? Like, do you really want to go that route? Because nobody's ever going to think that I beat you.
Yeah, like you're even listening to the recordings the other day, because I listened to a little bit while you were playing it. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, because she was like, I'm like 90 something pounds. Like, nobody's going to believe that you were scared of me. And it's just like that intimidation tactic. While in the whole time, he's like, Amber, I love you. I don't want to do this. I don't want to, tarnish your name. Like, like, you could still tell that he was, and you could tell he was abused. Like, it's like a victim going back to their abuser, trying to plead, let's work this out. I still love you. Yeah. And she was just awful in those recordings.
Unfortunately, there are people who still believe Amber Heard.
Yeah.
There are legit people who still believe Amber Heard.
And there's even people who are saying that, I still don't think she should be fired from Aquaman 2 or fired from
people are like,
Hollywood.
Yeah, we have to separate the...
They're like, people need to learn to separate actors from their personal lives.
That's
like actors
though.
Work from their personal lives.
But the thing is, that's also for past stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like if I were to say that Paddington is one of my favorite children's movies, which it is, That's not me saying that I love Harvey Weinstein.
Exactly, or
Yeah.
like Kevin Spacey's movies.
Yeah.
Like we were just watching Baby Driver earlier today.
Yeah,
It's not like
Yeah, that's me saying I love the Paddington movies, the movies that Harvey Weinstein produced. I love them, but I don't think he should. I don't think he should produce one more of them.
Right.
You know, I don't think he should produce another movie. That's like me, and I'll say you can't digitally take out Amber Heard after the first Aquaman.
Yeah.
Now myself, I'm not a huge fan of the first Aquaman, but if I was, and if I loved Amber Heard in that movie, I would say, yeah, she did good in it. That's separating the art from artist, saying I think she did good in it, and I think the movie was good with her in it, but I don't think she should be in the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I read somewhere where it was a comment that was like, they should have replaced Amber Heard because I hate when movies replace actresses in the middle of a franchise. And it's like, okay, but this is a different circumstance. This isn't because they're not getting the money that they want.
Yeah.
This isn't a contract issue. This is she tarnished somebody's
person.
name.
How come nobody said that like whenever they had Kevin Spacey playing all the money in the world?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And it's, you know,
that was pretty ridiculous how fast.
I
How,
know.
the amount of work they
how
went
come
through
nobody
that.
griped about that? How come nobody said, why did you separate the art from the artist whenever that movie came out?
right. And it's just like, and then I also see, like I said, people like she was saying there's no way that she's little. She couldn't have abused him. He could have easily pushed her off.
But you also have to realize that, I mean, I don't want to make this about like making it sound like men or anything like that, but if a man's getting abused, he doesn't want to fight back, because if he fights back, he may put a bruise on the girl, which could then make him look like he's the abuser.
Right. And like, it wasn't just like she was like beating on him, which she did. She would throw things at him, like jars, like glass jars at him. You know, he was talking about an incident where she was claiming that she was in the media, she was claiming that she was the victim. But that was the night that he lost part of his finger. And he was like, you threw a can at my head, Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say like she like would crap in his bed or something?
Yeah. So like, not only was like, it was just like, she's not an okay person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, she should have been fired the second. I mean, heck, she's even admitted it herself.
Yeah. No.
That she lied about it, you know?
Yeah.
And the pictures were even doctored. Like, she would put makeup on to make it look like bruises. Because if you've seen the pictures online where she took pictures after that night that she claimed Johnny Depp abused her, that night she appeared on a talk show, and before that, her and Johnny Depp had a fight. They went out to dinner, and you can tell Johnny Depp is trying to hide because he has like a scarf, a jacket, a hat, big sunglasses on, and she's just out like normal, like has light makeup on, and that's where, because she claims that night her nose was broken. She had big bruises, like she had swollen eyes. But in this picture, that night that the fight happened, there's nothing. There's no way that makeup could have hid all that.
Yeah.
So then she appears on the talk show. I don't know which talk show it was. She appears on the talk show, and the makeup artist even says, like, I did her makeup. There was no bruises. Mm-hmm. There was nothing to indicate she was in a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the next day, she went on to do like a charity organization or something where she was wearing no makeup. If she was wearing makeup, it was barely any at all. Mm. And nothing, no bruises, no indication that her nose was broke. So, like, you can just go and look at all these times that she claims that she was abused, and you can have proof where it was doctored.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen people like petition for like Emilia Clarke to replace her in Aquaman 2, which I haven't seen. Excuse me. I haven't seen Aquaman 2. Aquaman 2. Yeah, obviously I haven't seen it.
I haven't either, dude.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but both her and well, I was about to say Jason Clarke.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa were both in it. and I mean, I'm sure they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she wouldn't be a good choice.
She wouldn't be a good choice.
She wouldn't be a bad choice. But I haven't seen her much either.
Yeah.
I mean, but
the Last Christmas.
Yeah. And another thing that I can understand which All the Money in the World did something else, but like if they had already filmed Aquaman 2,
Yeah.
right? I can understand to separate the art from the artist argument.
Right.
Because it's already filmed, just release it, replace her later.
Yeah.
But really, the separate the art from the artist argument only really works if the movie is in the past in some sort.
Like
already,
Aquaman 2, I don't even think it's in production yet or anything.
Already filmed, already released, already filmed. Those kind of that's the only time it works.
Yeah. Because like we mentioned Kevin Spacey, right? You can't go back and be like, I can't watch this movie because of Kevin Spacey, because there's other people involved in that movie.
Exactly.
You have all the actors that were in it. You have all the crew members. You have the director. So you're not just supporting Kevin Spacey at that point.
Yeah. I think we can all say we can't go back and watch 9 Lives.
Oh,
yeah. Nobody should go back and watch 9 Lives.
Which, by the way, we're watching Baby Driver today, and there was a line that creeped me out. There was a part whenever. Do you remember the scene in Baby Driver whenever Kevin Spacey's going over the plan, and Jamie Foxx looks over and Ansel Elgort has like headphones in. Mm-hmm. He's like, "How do we know he's listening?" And they asked him, and Ansel Elgort said the entire plan.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Spacey was like, "That's my baby." And I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "No, that's not what I wanted to hear."
Kevin Spacey, his whole thing is his trial is insane.
Oh yeah.
Like all of.
Has he posted anything else on his YouTube channel? Like he did that one weird video.
Yeah, that was creepy.
I think. Well, have you heard about his trial? Like either I think there was 4 or 5 victims that came out and said that they were abused by Kevin Spacey, and either they've mysteriously died, or they now refuse to talk.
Really?
So he's been acquitted of all his charges.
Yeah, a few of them died, didn't they?
Yeah,
didn't they?
It wasn't just one. Like there was at least 2, if not 3 people. Yeah. So
crazy.
It's kind of like that Jeffrey Epstein situation where the day before he was gonna like reveal whatever in court, he commits suicide in his cell.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to all the Money in the World, if people don't know that situation, what year did that come out? 2017.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
So Kevin Spacey.
I think it was 2018. I don't know. Maybe it was 2017, 18. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know it came out in December of one of those years. But they had filmed the whole movie. Kevin Spacey played a pretty substantial role in the movie. And the movie is about to come out in a few months. And then that's when because like I said, it was going to come out in December. Mm-hmm. But then the whole like Kevin Spacey stuff came out in October of that year. So they went back and filmed with 2 months left before the movie's released and refilmed every scene that Kevin Spacey's in with a new actor, Christopher Plummer. And they still released it in the same.
It's pretty seamless
time.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can even tell where they like had to cut scenes down or anything.
Which it makes more sense anyways, because Christopher Plummer is actually the age that the character is supposed to be.
Right.
Like you can see Kevin Spacey in the trailers.
Because there was one trailer that was released with Kevin Spacey in it.
Yeah, and like he's like his face is full of makeup and it just looks so weird.
Yeah, it looks so weird.
He doesn't really look like an old guy. He looks like a guy with a bunch of makeup on.
Right.
So it felt more authentic with Christopher Plummer in that role.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it's really weird. Wow, what movie was there was a show that came on I believe it was FX.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like the year or two after.
It was literally I think it was like a year.
Christopher Plummer still playing it, or somebody else playing it?
No, I think it was somebody else.
It was
all new actors.
What's it called?
Oh, it was the guy from Hunger Games that played Snow.
Yeah. Trust. It's called Trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the same story.
Yeah, it was based on because it's a true story, so it's based on the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's just everybody played the same.
It was like a few months. It had to have been like a few months later.
Yeah. It was real quick. It was real quick afterwards. Brendan Fraser played. I think he played
Mark Wahlberg's
character. Mm-hmm. And then
Which
And
Brendan
they don't.
Fraser is supposed to come to Fan Expo Dallas.
That thing's probably
this
gonna
month.
get canceled.
Yeah,
I'm
it hasn't
so
been
sad.
canceled yet. The Fan Expo Dallas had like the best guest list I've seen like ever.
Ever, yeah.
And it's not gonna
And
happen.
it's so sad. Like, even if it doesn't, I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, because it just takes one person to in that
Yeah.
crowded convention center.
Yeah, honestly.
We've all seen the zombie movies. We know how the virus is spread by one person.
And I hate like I've been telling y'all, like, I cannot stand like there's the annoying people who are really crazy about the coronavirus, who are really scared and freaking out like crazy.
Yeah.
But I also cannot stand the nonchalant people about it. The people
you
who
need
act
to
like
be
it.
middle ground.
Yeah, the people who act like it's not that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if I get it, I'll be fine. It's not gonna feel good.
Yeah.
But I'll be fine. But I don't want to give it to other people. It's an understandable thing of like, it may not be the best. It may not be terrible, but you don't want to spread it.
Right.
You don't want to spread any disease. You don't want to spread any virus. You want to try to get rid of it if you can.
Right.
I mean, even with the flu, like, you should, if you get the flu, you should stay home and don't give it to other people.
Yeah, if we could possibly, for somehow or another, get rid of the flu entirely, we
Yeah.
would. It's not possible.
Yeah.
But, like, we would.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so, but we're not at that point. Right now, we're at the point where we could possibly, like throw it away almost.
Mm-hmm.
Now it probably won't happen.
Yeah.
But we need to try to do it.
Right.
Like, that's why I hate some comments on like Fan Expo are like, oh man, y'all need to not cancel like everyone else is doing. Y'all need to not sell out. I'm like, dude, it exists. Coronavirus is real. All it takes is one person at Fan Expo to be walking around that has it, and you can give it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like, it's not just people like, that like comic books. Like, there's so many people that like to go to Fan Expo.
And not just in this area, people from all over.
Yeah.
Come to
Like,
this
I was
thing.
reading comments.
So you could some other state that doesn't even have it there yet could walk into somebody who has it and bring it to that state.
Exactly. Yeah, but I just want to go over this guest list because this guest list is pretty insane. The celebrity guest list that's supposed to come to Dallas Fan Expo, just to give some perspective on how sad I am about this not happening. Like Elijah Wood, Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings.
We were going to the sing sign, man.
know.
Yeah, and I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I don't know how big these other two people are, but Billy Boyd and Dominic Monaghan are also coming. Dave Bautista, Brendan Fraser. I know Christopher Eccleston is from Doctor Who. He's pretty big. John Cleese from Monty Python. Matthew Lewis, James Phelps, Oliver Phelps, Bonnie Wright from Harry Potter. Stephen Amell, Brandon Routh, Alicia Silverstone, John Bernthal, the people from The Office who play, what's her name?
Nelly.
God, my mind is going blank. Kevin
And
Stanley and Oscar are all coming. George Takei, LeVar Burton, Christina Ricci.
Oh, yeah, Christina Ricci, yeah. That's right.
Weird Al Yankovic, Giancarlo Esposito, who plays Gustavo.
By the way, we've met
Gus
Weird
Fring.
Al. Me and Zach have met Weird Al in the streets of New York.
Yeah, we're in New York. We were just walking on the sidewalk and we saw him. We took a picture with him. Yeah, Gustavo or Giancarlo Esposito.
That's Gustavo Fring.
Yeah, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. John Stamos, Bob Saget, and Dave Collier from Full House. Chandler Riggs from The Walking Dead. Oh, that guy was coming?
Yeah, Garrett Dillahunt. Yeah.
From Hope, was it?
Raising Hope.
Raising Hope.
In the Fear the Walking Dead, there was a rumor that he was going to play Negan for a little bit there.
Yeah, and he was on Looper. Mark Paul. Oh man, I forgot about that. Mark Paul Gosselaar from Saved by the Bell. That's where that's why I was named after that character, Zach.
Oh man, we're about to get something really sad.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell. Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez.
So, a little bit of backstory real quick. We went to Hollywood in like 2015, 2016, I think. I can't remember if it was 15 or 16. But they were filming, what is it? What's the show?
The Extra at Universal Studios.
At Universal Studios in Hollywood. And Marquez was so excited to get to see Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
And he was waiting and waiting. And we were on a tour bus. So it wasn't like we could just we had our own time. We had to stay with the group. the whole time we were waiting, and come to find out he wasn't even there.
Yeah, I was
so
upset.
Marquez was like really upset that he
Yeah.
didn't get to, and so this was his chance to meet Mario.
Oh yeah,
Lopez.
several people from Scream.
Yeah, well, first John Leguizamo was going to come. Yeah, these next 4 people are from Scream: Nev Campbell, Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, who played Shaggy in Scooby-Doo movies,
Really
Rose McGowan. Oh, I didn't know the girl who played Charlie in Supernatural was going. I don't know Annabeth Gish's, she's X-Files. Oh yeah, Dean Cain. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot Rupert Grint, who plays Ron from the Harry Potter movies. He canceled, so
it's crazy.
I guess people are happy about that at least.
Yeah, it's so many people, man. It's insane.
Yeah,
that's really sad though.
I do wish that they're able to reschedule it. They might not get all the guests.
They're probably not gonna get them like a decent amount of them.
Yeah,
but because like
especially
you have
since like a lot of the I feel like the Harry Potter people they live in Europe, don't they, or something, and there's like a travel ban.
Yeah, that was was another comment that I was going to mention earlier. That it's not just only the people; it's also celebrities like that are in countries where there's a travel ban.
Yeah, we're probably we're running out of time.
Yes, we're gonna have to go ahead and end
unfortunately.
it. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go ahead and end this because we're running out of time right now. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching or listening. If you're interested, you can go to 2 Awesome Men on YouTube and watch our videos. Right now, we're doing a best of 100 movies, 100 best movies of the decade video. So videos over that. So we're about halfway through.
And we also have social media for this podcast. It's AP Pod for all 3 social networks.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah, so if you want to go check those out, you can. Anyway, guys, like I said, thank you for watching or listening, and you will hear us or see us later.